Hey my beautiful sisters, my name is Stephanie and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are a woman who is working on becoming more confident, growing in your relationship with God, or just being disciplined in your personal life, then sis, make sure you click that subscribe button because this channel is made for you. So for today's video, I wanted to do a little something different, okay? I usually share tips, which is something I love, but I want to do a story time with you guys today. And today I'm going to share with you guys my journey from the time God revealed to me that I was going to have a Christian women ministry till where we are right now. So hopefully by me sharing my journey, it inspires you. You also learn from what I have gone through, and it motivates you to just move forward in what God has purposed for you. Okay, so let's take it back all the way to 2015. I just graduated from Eastern Illinois University with a psychology degree, and honestly, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And if you watch my first video, which is 3 things that I learned that changed my life and brought me closer to God, you will kind of get a little bit more backstory of my journey to developing my relationship with God and really just becoming the woman I am today. But for this video, I am going to just focus on the ministry part. How was it birthed? How God revealed it to me and all those things. So I graduated and I started to develop my relationship with God, and God started to show me who He was calling me to be. At the same time, God revealed to me that I was going to go into ministry. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was like, okay, what's ministry? Because I don't really think that I want to be a pastor. I don't think that I want to, just be an evangelist. That just was my perception of what ministry was. I didn't know that ministry could be anything where you are really just encouraging people to grow closer to God and encouraging them through the word of God. So once I learned that there was more to ministry than just being a pastor, that is when I said, okay, Lord, if you're calling me into ministry, then prepare me for this journey, because I have no clue how to do it, what it's going to take to get to that level, and all these things. Like, no one's in my family is a pastor or in ministry, so this was all foreign to me. But the first thing that I did once I knew that God was calling me into ministry was involving myself with other believers as much as possible. And I say that because I knew that it was important for me to start understanding leaders who are already in ministry, understanding what the culture looks like when you are in ministry, and how you're supposed to treat other people and how you're supposed to pray for other people. Like, all of these things I was starting to observe within my church, and as well as just different events that I would go to, like conferences and Bible study. I had my eye open and I was paying attention to what God wanted me to learn. And the more I started to listen to God and be obedient to Him as He was molding me and preparing me for ministry, that's when He made it a little bit more clear that I will be working with women and young girls. And that made me happy because I have always had a passion for women empowerment. I have been in several women organizations, and I just think it is so important for women to support each other, but also encourage each other that they can get through any struggle that they face in life. And they only will know that if the women who went through those struggles encouraged them, educated them, motivated them to believe that they can achieve anything regardless of what they've been through, what they're currently going through, or what stands against them. So once I had a clear direction that I was going into women's ministry, I started to focus on women and girls. And that is when I started my first ministry, and it was a youth empowerment program. It was about 12 to 16 weeks where I mentored the girls at my church. So here's a little backstory about how that program got started. So I came back from college, and the young girls at my church, my childhood church at the time, they were practicing for a performance that they were going to do. They were going to do praise dances. And I took it upon myself to help them develop a praise dance for this event. While I was teaching them the choreography and just spending more time with them, that is when I realized that these beautiful young ladies needed to get a little bit more educated when it came to carrying themselves as a young lady, as a classy, beautiful, self-aware woman of God young lady. So I developed the program Tiptoeing Forward with Elegance. And in this program, we met several times out of the month, and I taught them how to embody the characteristics of a classy young lady, how to become confident, start loving themselves, and overcome their insecurities. I also did workshops where we worked on our posture, and we worked on how we walk, how we talk, and the importance of how we carry ourselves says a lot about us. And the overall mission through Tiptoeing Forward with Elegance was to teach these young ladies how to act and think like a woman of God, how to dress like a classy, elegant young lady, and just be confident in the way God created them to be. That whole experience is what has birthed my inner passion to the deepest level of my core for helping women truly become everything that God created them to be. And for me to be able to pour into these young ladies, I'm talking 12 to 18-year-olds, was a beautiful experience, because I wish that someone had poured into me like that at that age. When I think about it, that was a preview of what my overall women's ministry would be all about. So while I was mentoring these young ladies at my church, I also enrolled back in school, and I got my master's degree at Lewis University. I have a master's in organizational leadership with a concentration in organizational management and training and development. And I really didn't know what God wanted me to do, because I have a master's degree, but I also know my purpose now. I'm supposed to be in women's ministry. I'm supposed to be helping women. Like, what should I do? Should I focus on my ministry, or should I focus on getting a job? And when I tell y'all, that whole experience, God kept me. God kept me. I literally was lost. I'm like, okay, God, what am I supposed to do? Like, first of all, I had that issue that I have the degree, but I don't have the work experience. So I really had to rely on God, because I was getting denied job after job after job. Applications not even going anywhere because I didn't have the experience. And it was getting frustrated. And I was like, okay, God, well, maybe I should, really focus on this women ministry. But I didn't feel like that's what God wanted me to work on yet. I remember saying, Lord, I'm going to stop looking for jobs that I want, and I am going to allow you to show me what job you want me to apply for. And y'all, do you know that as soon as I did that, I got a job. I got a job at a marketing and sales company, and I remember getting this job and I was like, okay, God, this is so out of my comfort zone. I didn't sign up for this. Like, what is this? This is not really what I want, but I feel like you are calling me here. And I remember saying, God, I know you're calling me into ministry, and I don't want to be at a place where I get too comfortable and I start to settle and I forget about my purpose. And I said, Lord, please show me a job where I can just be here for 2 years. Like, that's all I want to do. I want to work for 2 years, get my experience, and then focus on my purpose. So even though that job was completely out of my comfort zone, it's exactly what I needed, because I learned so much at that job, because it trains you to be an entrepreneur. It was like a training management program. And all I gotta say, God did that thing, because even though it challenged me beyond my desires, okay, it was exactly what I needed. And 2 years later, I started my ministry. So now we're in the year of 2020. COVID, quarantine, no toilet paper. This is where we were at. I was no longer working because, of course, everything was on lockdown. And God told me at that time to launch the C.G.G.A network during the middle of a pandemic and in the midst of being quarantined at home, not knowing when the world is going to open back up. God's like, you remember that women's ministry I told you about? Yep, you need to start now. So what ended up happening was I focused on my women's ministry. I got my Instagram page up, started focusing on social media. I already had a following because of the content that I already was producing, with like self-love and just being confident and just really sharing my faith journey. So it wasn't so hard to get people to follow because they were already following my journey. But I continued to do that. And then I really just asked God, like, okay, how do you want me to start this ministry? Because I thought that I would be out speaking, I'm going to meet people. We're stuck at home. Where am I going to find these people? Like, how am I starting a ministry in the middle of a pandemic? But do not underestimate what God can do, okay? What he told me to do was to start educating myself on how to start an online business. And that's what I did. I took webinars. I engaged in online seminars. I was on everybody's live on social media, taking notes. I was doing my research. And in the midst of me doing my research, one of my favorite business coaches, her name is Life Coach Brittany on Instagram. She actually was having a special CEO Stimulus Blueprint series where she would teach you how to start a business, even in the midst of quarantine, how to start a business and how to launch your business in 30 days. But I knew then that was an answer prayer. When I tell you, I invested every single time she had her workshop, I was there. If I missed it, I made sure to watch the recording. I was doing the homework. I was asking questions. And this program was free. This was a stimulus program. So it was free of charge based off of the times that we were in. She helped me develop my mission, my vision, my values, the content that I would produce, how I would reach people. Like, this program was absolutely amazing. And the best part of it all, okay, when I tell you God did it because I wasn't even looking for it, okay? At the end of the program, she had a contest. And the contest was for you to record a video and pitch your idea. Pitch your business that you're going to launch. Your girl made sure that she recorded that video. She submitted all of the requirements that she was asking. And guess what? she was chosen as the winner. And as the winner, I was able to get one-on-one time with Coach Brittany, where she helped me map out exactly how I was going to launch the C.G.G.A network in 30 days. So God had revealed this to me that I was going to launch the C.G.G.A network in May on my birthday, and in June I focused on taking her program. And then after I took her program and after she coached me one-on-one, I launched the C.G.G.A network in July of 2020. During that time, my vision for the C.G.G.A network, I learned, was a little different from what God wanted it to be. I focused on self-development and self-love, and I had a 30-day challenge where you focus on doing things that's going to help you become more disciplined in your everyday life. And it was for 30 days. It was like a trial for my membership, and every day you had an activity that would help you become more disciplined. And that went well. And as I opened up my membership, because that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a membership at first, because I really wanted to coach women on how to be more disciplined and how to really reach their fullest potential in life. And that went well for a couple of months. And then that's when things shifted a little bit, okay? That is when the Holy Spirit came in, took charge, showed me what this ministry, the C.G.G.A network, is really about. And I didn't know what it really was about until we started doing Girls Talk. Girls Talk was something that we did every single month, and it was virtual. We would have a time where we would be on Zoom and we would just talk about the struggles that women face. Things like dealing with lust, struggling with unforgiveness, struggling with their identity, learning how to trust God. There were so many different topics. And it's in the midst of me doing the first Girls Talk that I realized that what makes the C.G.G.A network so powerful is the sisterhood, is the transparency between other women who are working on their relationship with God and not afraid to share their struggles and to be encouraged by other sisters of Christ who have gone through what they're going through and made it out, and to continue to encourage them and show them how they too can overcome any struggles that they face. And once I got that powerful revelation that it's not just about me, but it's about the community, it's about the sisterhood, it's about the bond that we share as women who are struggling with the same things, that the C.G.G.A network started to bless so many women. And since I have launched, I have had virtual events, I've had membership programs, I've had challenges and master classes and all types of things that are really meant to help women become confident, God-fearing, goal-chasing achievers, no matter how they feel about themselves, no matter what their past look like, and no matter how much they are struggling in their relationship with God, because it is truly a journey. And as the C.G.G.A coach, my job is to really encourage women and to support women on their journey so that they do not give up, so that they are strengthened through sisterhood. They are strengthened through the Word of God to become the women that God is calling them to be, and to also fulfill their God-given purpose. And I'm going to have to do another video explaining and just sharing the story behind the acronym of C.G.G.A. So where does the C.G.G.A network stand as of today? The C.G.G.A network is still here. I am still empowering women to be confident, to grow in their relationship with God, and be disciplined and be fearless, because that's my passion. That is something that I will never stop doing. And although right now I am not full time in developing my ministry because I am currently working with my mom as a co-owner of the restaurant and sandwich shop that we launched in 2021. Even though I am helping my mom pursue her purpose, I'm still managing to fulfill my purpose as well. Because I know the C.G.G.A network is a life-changing organization that is gonna bless so many women. And I told God yes to the purpose He has given me, and I'm not gonna let Him down, I'm not gonna let my sisters down, and I'm not gonna let me down. So I advise you to stay connected with the C.G.G.A network community, sis, because things are still brewing, okay? I may not be able to do everything that I was doing when I first launched, but best believe God has been working through the C.G.G.A network, and bigger and better things are coming, so you want to stick around. Alright sis, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with someone, and also invite your sisters, okay, your friends, your family, to subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you know that this YouTube channel will help someone who is struggling with being confident, growing in their relationship with God, or just becoming their best version of themselves, sis, make sure you invite them to subscribe so they can join the YouTube family. We are in this together. So let's continue the movement so that we all become confident, God-fearing, goal-chasing achievers. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next video.